So this morning I'm going to make tea with frothed milk. Starbucks, it's what they call a London fog. If you get hot milk, which I have here, that it could easily be frothed by putting it in one of these. I know this is for a coffee. Bring it closer. So if you do this, it will froth it for you. Now I'm just going to brew my water, and I've placed my tea bag in there as well. So I'm just going to let that brew for a minute, and then I'm going to pour in my frothed milk. Okay, so I just frothed my milk, perfect, and my tea is brewed, and I'm just going to pour it in. And there you have it, a tea cappuccino, otherwise known as a London fog. So I just sprinkled a little bit of cocoa powder. I have nutmeg, cocoa powder, and cinnamon, and I just sprinkled cocoa powder on it. I'm ready to do some flower arranging from some flowers in the garden. I'd get these colors now while they're already bloomed. We have some pink carnations, some purple heather, we have cabbage roses, and I also have these beautiful fuchsia hot pink colored roses. So I just finished my flower arrangement, all done. And they're all flowers from the garden. So beautiful. This is normally where I keep my flower arrangements after I have arranged them. I have them right on top of my sink in my kitchen, and then that way I have something nice and bright to look at and bring the outside in. And they are just absolutely beautiful. So I just wanted to show you all the progress that has been coming along with the sunflowers. As you can see, they're doing quite nicely. They're getting tall, and that's a huge improvement from just last week. So they're doing really well. And of course, I will continue to update you all on their progress. And then this is neat right here. Look, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, my phone's ringing. There's a little sunflower seed here. That's opened. I think this is really cool. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the seeds from the sunflowers right here. And then also right on the leaves. That's pretty cool. Oh, my doorbell now. Oh, okay. And then there you can see my garden from the window. Just making a quick brine for my whole chicken that I'm going to make. Just to come to a complete boil. And once it cools down, then I'm going to place my whole chicken in there. And if you need a brine recipe, I do have one under my Thanksgiving vlogs. I think I have a brine recipe and a how-to on brining chicken or turkey. And I do that because it tenderizes the meat, but it also brings flavor to it as well. So you don't just have meat that, you know, is flavored on the outside but not on the inside. It takes a little bit of work, but it's well worth it to marinate your meats or to, you know, brine your turkeys during Thanksgiving, or to brine your whole chicken, or even if you're cooking, you know, regular chicken for a dish, it's always good to brine your chicken. Boiling your brine, you're basically just taking out all the flavors, opening up the peppercorns, opening up the flavors and aromas of all the spices that you've added in there, as well as the onion. I've added, a whole onion that I've cut up in there, and it's taking the flavor from that. From the garlic, I've added whole garlic. So there's a lot of flavors that are all just incorporating together, and by boiling it, the heat will open up all these flavors. So I have the bird out of the package, and when you take it out of the packaging, when you buy it from the store, this is what it's going to look like when you take it out. The legs won't be tied up, the wings won't be pulled back, and some people actually will roast it that way. But I like to keep his legs together so that they don't fall apart during the roasting process. So that's why a lot of people will get butcher's string and tie the feet together, the little legs together, and just tie him up, put his wings back, so the bird will be in place and intact during the cooking process and won't fall apart. So that's why most people will tie up their birds, and I'm going to do that now. I can't do it. I'd like to show you all, but I can't do it one-handed. But I think I believe I have some Thanksgiving vlogs that I did, and I had someone hold the camera as I demonstrated how it is I tie my bird. Alright, so here you have it. This is basically how I tie up my bird, just really fast and simple. The point is to keep his wings and his legs in place so that they won't come apart during the cooking process. Held his wings and then came around and tied his legs like that, and he's good to go. I'm going to go ahead and put him in the brine now. And then I don't keep these. I know some people do, but I definitely take out the neck and gizzards and whatnot, all the little goodies that are inside the bird I remove. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put him in the brine now. Okay, so what I've done is, here, let me go ahead and get this so you guys can see. What I've done is I've basically lined my pot with these oven bags, and they're big enough, large enough for birds, and they maintain the liquid that you keep in them. So what I'm going to do is pour the brine that I have here inside of the bag. Alright, so as you can see, it's completely covered in the brine mixture, and what I'm going to do is, let me try to lift it so you all can kind of see. It's heavy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a little knot here and just have this soak in there for a couple of hours till I'm ready to make it. And because I'm making this chicken today, I'm just going to keep it in there for maybe 6 hours and then take it out. But if you're making turkey, or if you do have an opportunity to do it the night before, you can definitely leave it in there, overnight. So I just took the chicken out of the brine, all the liquid, and then I've taken a paper towel and just patted it down to take every and all kind of liquid that's on the bird. You want it as dry as possible, and that is because we are going to rub some butter on it and put it back in the fridge. So the bird has to be completely dry in order for the butter to adhere to the bird. So the butter is already placed on the cold bird, and I'm just going to keep it in the fridge for about an hour so the butter can harden and stick to the bird. And then I'm going to take it out after an hour and put it in the oven. You taken my chicken out. So now I'm just going to add some zucchini to roast along with the chicken and onions. This is what the chicken looks like, and I just literally got it out of the oven. Once you get it out of the oven, what you want to do is just grab a piece of foil and cover the chicken, and this will allow the juices to go back into the meat, and you just have to let it set just like you would a steak or any other type of meat that you have just cooked. The juices need to redistribute, and so if you have it under a piece of foil and just leave it for about, I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes, and those juices will redistribute into the bird, and it will be nice and juicy and divine. As you can see, I have my zucchini that has roasted right along with the bird, and we cannot wait to dig in. Just cut up the chicken, ready to serve. Today's one of those exhausting days where I am just going to get in the tub, and I'm actually excited about it because now I get to use the Lush products that my husband purchased for me on my birthday. And I bought a couple of bath bombs, so I'm going to put one in, and I'm really excited. And I have also made a nice little drink, and I'm just excited to have a little bit of me time. We're laying here watching a movie, and we literally hear boom sounds that are coming from outside. So I look outside my window and I see beautiful fireworks going on literally behind our house, and they are from the strawberry festival that we have here every year. So I ran to our deck and I was able to get just a little bit of footage for you all to see. Ooh. Hello.